Hey guys, welcome back to my channel once again. So from the thumbnail, you must be aware about the topic now. So it's a tubeless conversion. So basically, what is a tubeless conversion? So in a recent or in the past, motorcycles do come with a spoke wheels, and if they are a spoke wheel, so they are fitted with the tube type tire, right? So generally, what happens when in the case of flat tire event or the tube getting puncture? So in this case, you might be stranded in nowhere, and it's a little bit difficult to remove a puncture or repair a puncture in a remote place and then get going. So many people in a recent time or in the past also, so they have identified some solution, so by which you can make your tube type rim into a tubeless rim. So this is basically a tubeless conversion for a motorcycle. So as I have mentioned in the thumbnail also, it's a tubeless conversion scam, right? So why was it there? So why I am calling it a scam? So there are multiple reasons behind it. So if you are opening a YouTube, right, and if you are just searching a tubeless conversion, then you will find n number of videos in the search section, and most of them are having a tube type rim, and they are converting it into a tubeless rims, right, or tubeless conversion. So generally, what happens? The garages, then the workshops, so they are doing this kind of tubeless conversion treatment. So before doing tubeless conversion, you must be aware about the type of rim, because generally there are different types of rims. So for example, I am having this interceptor rim. So by physical inspection, how we can say it's a tubeless tube type or a tubeless ready rim? So very first thing I would like to share, here you can see, right? So here you can see a rim lip mechanism. So this is the lip internal part, this is the channel, right, where your spokes will be fitted. So these are the lips, and the lips are also called as a hump, right? So if your rim is having a tubeless ready application or a tubeless ready mechanism, so what manufacturer will do, they will write it somewhere in the coding section. So here you can find that it's a rim made by the Excel Malaysia, and it's most probably the Excel Asia rim. So here they have mentioned Excel rim J18 CX right? So most of Asian manufacturer, so they will mention MT. MT stands for a tubeless ready rim. And if you are referring to European countries, so manufacturers there, they are mentioning a 2H or H2, where H stands for the hump. So these are the lip or hump, both are same. So you can see that this is the lip, right, inward lip, and both are considered to be as a hump. So there are two hump, 1 2 1 2, right? So that's why it is a 2H or a H2 rim as per the European standard. So this rim is tubeless ready rim, not a tubeless rim. So I have mentioned it as a tubeless conversion scam. So which motorcycles are having this kind of tubeless ready rim? So in my knowledge, if I can say, then it's a Twin 650, right? Royal Enfield Twin 650, Interceptor and GT. So both are having a tubeless ready rim, because both of them are having an internal lip or a 2H mechanism. And the other bikes from the Royal Enfield, right? Then the Java, ESD, then the Hero, X-Pulse. So these bikes are having a tube type rim. So they are not having this kind of lip mechanism within it, or they are not having that kind of hump mechanism within it. So you can say Himalayan, right, the old one 411, or the newer one 450, then the Java, ESD Adventure, right, and Hero X-Pulse. So these motorcycles, in my knowledge, they are not having this tubeless ready rim. If you refer internet, right, or a YouTube, so you will find n number of videos where people are converting their tube type rim into a tubeless rim, and specifically the Himalayan 450. So as per my knowledge, Himalayan 450 front rim, it's a tube type rim, and remaining I haven't seen it physically yet, but from the pictures all I can say that it may be tube type or it may be tubeless ready rim, but I am not sure. But front one, I am sure it is a tube type rim. So generally these workshop garages, they are not knowing this thing, and they are using that any kind of the solution, right? It's a polyurethane base or silicone base or any other solution, and they are making your front rim tubeless one. So it's a very risky situation. So if you are doing this kind of conversion, then stop right now. It's not advisable, and I will show you how dangerous it is. So this is just for an example. I have converted this interceptor tubeless ready rim into a tubeless type by using some kind of polyurethane solvent, right, or a gel. So generally what happens, what is the basic mechanism? Whenever you are hitting a pothole, right, so your spokes will be creating pressure from the internal side of this gel. So here they are creating pressure, and this gel layer will start loosening up, or even spokes may puncture the gel layer, right. So in that case, air will start leaking from this area, right, from any of the spoke. You are lucky enough if it's a one spoke, but if it's two and three spoke, right, so your tire will be losing all the air in fraction of time. So in that case, what happen, say for example, if you are having a Himalayan front rim and you have converted it into a tubeless conversion. So in that case, as I have shown you earlier also, so these are the two H, right, or the two lips. So generally these lips are there, they are holding the tire rim bead, right, tire bead. So they will be holding your bead, so your tire won't slide down into this channel. So in the case of a tube type rim, there is a absence of this kind of limb or a hump mechanism. So in that case, what happen, if you are experiencing a flat tire event, so your tire rim bead, right, so it may slide down into the channel, and in that case it will be a complete collapse of your front or a rear tire. So that's why it's a very dangerous situation. If I can give you some example, then if you are having an inflated balloon, right, and you are just pinching a needle on the outer surface of balloon, and then it will burst. So similar experience you may get whenever you are doing this kind of conversion on tube type rim. So that's why it's not advisable. So what I suggest, it's better to have a puncture tire rather than having a puncture organs. So I request you to share this video with the riding community or your riding partner, right, those who are thinking or those who have already done tubeless conversion of their motorcycles which are having a tube type rim, right. So if I can mention motorcycle name, then the Himalayan, old and new one, right, then Java, all the spoke rim motorcycle, ESD, Adventure, Hero X-Pulse. So just stay away from this kind of jugaad, as I am calling it a jugaad, because it's not a scientifically proven formula, right, and it may risk your life. So I hope you will share this video with your riding buddies, and let's create a safe environment for a riding community. So it's my humble request to all the workshops, garages across India. If you are doing this kind of unscientific tubeless conversion on a tube type rim, right, then don't do it. Don't risk someone's life. पंक्चर होगा तो एक बार चल जाएगा, बट अगर कुछ बॉडी पार्ट्स या कुछ अगर सीवियर इंजरी होती है, देन इट विल बी अ लाइफ लॉन्ग इफेक्ट. सो दैट ऑल आई वांटेड टू कन्वे. So if you are having a tube type rim, right, then stay away from all the jugaads of tubeless conversion. So this is a lengthy topic, so that's why I have decided to shoot a video in a two part. So part one was know your rim, which rims are tubeless ready, and then you can try n number of options for a tubeless conversion. And the next part will be types of tubeless conversion, right. There are 4 or 5 different mechanisms are there, and we can use them one by one. So I will discuss that part in next episode, and also would like to discuss advantages and disadvantages of each method. So if you are interested to hear me on that, then you can contact me. You can drop a message on my channel, or even you can contact me on my Instagram ID. So that ID will be in the description section itself. So that was all about today's discussion. If you haven't subscribed yet, then please do subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode of Tubeless Conversation. Hope to see you there. Ride safe and take care.